hey, how absurd is this situation? So I'm a doctor of philosophy and a merit-based scholar and author and academic and all these amazing things. And the world doesn't like my truth speaking. They don't, especially the fucking cops. What a fucking load of cocksuckers they are. And you know what? When I suck a cock, I do it with fucking relish. I do it fucking epically. I do from the top to the bottom, to the balls, to the arse, everywhere. And all of the fucking cock-sucking cops out there are just going, well, I guess he does a pretty good job of that. Gee, I wish he'd suck my cock. Fucking, you got Buckley's, buddy. Anyway, but I do have a bit of a hot cop fancy sometimes. Go to the park now, you're all following me. So, I'll see you down there. So you can send to entrap and exploit me. I just want to say a few things about pedophilia, about rape, about extortion, about terrorism, and all the things that I've been labelled with as means to justify this absurd fucking corruption, which goes all the way to the fucking Prime Minister, and has got a black budget to guarantee complicity with every fucking lawyer, every fucking politician, every public official, and the entire media landscape, and every politician, and every cop. So, and all my family and friends. So, I'm just here alone. I've got Crystal. That's all I need. And you know what? I don't fucking want anything from you. and by saying that, you've got absolutely no fucking control over me. I am a free agent. And let's put it this way. If I'm a rapist, a pedophile, an extortionist, and a terrorist, then there's due legal process. So here's a fucking really good speech to fucking illustrate how fucking balls up ridiculous this is. If I'm all those things, there's due legal process, right? So I'm inviting all of the police, come and find me and arrest me. That's what you do. It's due legal process. But you won't. I've asked you to, and I keep asking you to, and you still don't. And you know, that says something about the lack of evidence, which is non-existent for all of those accusations. And those accusations come to me in inferred, implied, in subtle ways. And I see it and I hear it because there's a military grade technology which is from the industrial war machine, military industrial complex, and it's very well advanced, and it uses the Frey effect, and it uses gang stalking, and it exploits every single man-made construct in healthcare, in the lawyer, in the politics, in the society, and even family. It obliterates absolutely fucking everything. And this V2K, audio harassment, is a mechanism by which authorities like Mark Dreyfus, hi Mark, you're a fucking cocksucker. Look, seriously, you must have fucked your bitch fucking with missionary position, with a stale kind of repetitiveness your whole fucking life. And you know, you're really jealous that I'm a sex positive, amazing fucking sexual shaman. And I'm sure that's the reason why you're damning me to hell. Apart from the reason you're probably still sucking Steve Isonides' cock, my former partner and ASIO fucking partner. Well, you wouldn't fucking read about this. But anyway, the V2K comes to me, into my head, and there's something that's used, a methodology. It's called plausible deniability. I'm fucking crazy. I've got voices in my head. Well, no, I fucking don't. I am the truth speaker and seeker, and I've documented the evidence, the patents, and the processes via which this technology is dispersed, and it's specifically used by ASIO and referenced for that, for targeting dissenters and whistleblowers. And it's just a well-known fact. That's what my mum would say. I'll argue with her, and she just goes, well, and I go, well, how do you know that, Mum? She just goes, well, it's just a well-known fact. And that's her answer to everything. But anyway, I just want to say how absurd this situation is. So, come and arrest me, you know. Pedophilia, rape, extortion, terrorism, just come and arrest me. Due legal process, easy. But no fucking cop will. And you know what, the absurd thing is, I don't even have a fucking license to drive this car. This car's not even mine. And you know what? I've lost my license and no one ever pulls me over. And you know what else? Is I've got a drug habit. I admit it. I've been entrapped in a federal conspiracy that's desecrated my soul daily for fucking decades. You know? And if I want to get baked and fuck or get a little bit high and loose, fucking sue me, you know? It's Dr. David Horgan who refused to give me my dexamphetamine script. That's what it all started off. But anyway, I digress. What was I saying? I can't remember. I'm going to the park to suck some cock. So, yeah, this is my mission. And we've got Crystal here. We're going to walk in the park. And what I do is I walk into the park and I just go right into the middle. And because of the federal agents that follow me and the other people who try and entrap me, the younger guys, because the government sends younger rent boys to entrap me, and instead of like, you know, being all scared and coy and everything, I just think, well, the fucking government doesn't really give me anything else, so I might as well fucking have sex with the hookers they're sending me, so I'll fucking root them all. Isn't that hilarious? Anyway, so I walk into the park and I go, okay, who's a fucking spy? Who's fucking here to trap me? And who's here to fuck? And who's walking the dog? And that's what I'm going to do in a minute when I get to the park. Oh look, there's a loitering suitor here. Look, he's loitering there in his car. He's got his lights on. And I just flick my head beams at him. And there's a little alleyway here. Walk the dog. It's all like a dream. But I just want to say the absurd, utter reality that this situation is. I've suffered the indignity of suffering an institutional murder, of which I was revived from by the government, and then it was entrapped to the NDIS, entrapped to poverty, and tortured with V2K and gang stalking, and social isolation, political isolation, obstruction from all legal aid, and there's no politician would hear me, no lawyer would have me, and no public official acted in my best interest. So it's an absolute fucking annihilation, obliteration of everything, and the absurd apex of this is that Bill Shorten ordered an assassination attempt on my life, and he sent some corrupt people masquerading as NDIS providers who weren't. They were from a Lebanese criminal network, and I've published their identity, so they're not very fucking happy because I don't like to be humiliated with a murder plot. And I've published it all, and you know the bizarre thing is that there's not one person who's denied my serious accusation that I was attempted to be assassinated by the Australian government and Bill Shorten. No one's denied it, and no one's rebuked it. And at the same time, no one's made an official complaint. So that to me underlines that this persecution is a weaponized gay hate crime, which is sustained by police I've never been able to report a crime to, and who've caused my exile and homelessness many times, and have obstructed all rights, sucking Steve Ison at his cock and defending him, and silencing him, and just delegitimizing that whole 5 years ever existed. Oh, is that a cop? I fucking hope so. Anyway, and they've forced me to exile. It's just an absolute fucking balls up. And you know what? And I just think, this is a biblical forsaking of those proportions, and it needs a biblical answer. So I just want to say to all you that I would never, ever, ever hurt any one of you, any lawyer, any politician, any public official, Steve, Bill Shorten, anyone. I wouldn't hurt anyone maliciously, And if I have, I'm sorry. Please tell me. Tell me if I've hurt you, and I'll real apologise, because I don't need that hanging over me. And you know, if I've caused anyone harm, just say so, and you'll get my sincere begging of your forgiveness. But the thing is, not a single person has said sorry to me, not a single one. And I just think, well, I must be the highly divine spirit, you know, with Crystal, the feminine god, yes, who's creator of the universe. And I just know that I've got the moral high ground in this story. I'm up front. I'm asking you to arrest me. I'm telling you what you're doing to me. I'm the real deal. I'm authentic. I'm not lying. This is happening for me, and no one can deny it. But the level of deceit and corruption and malice and snide, covert ways which this entire fucking universe operates is really, really cowardly. See, when I get persecuted with the V2K, or when I get for a reason of me being a pedo when there's no child victims, and a rapist when there's no rape victims, that's because Ben, who confirmed the assassination attempt, who then pushed me out of my home, also confirmed that Debbie Morgan was paid to fabricate an allegation and a report, which was then weaponised by the police in order to gay shame me. And this entire construct of my exile, my refugee status, of being a non-citizen, of being erased, is fundamentally a gay, sustained, police, state-sanctioned hate crime, which had its absurd apex in my assassination, which I was the one who prevented because I published the evidence. You wouldn't read about it. So they couldn't kill me because, no, but they didn't, well, they were going to, but they stopped it. The very government that ordered the killing then went in to stop it because, not because they cared, but because they would have had blood on their hands. And I know this is true because I asked Ben to report all this to police, federal police, and he had to sign a non-disclosure agreement in order to never speak of it again. But of course, me being the amazing documenting person that I am, with PhD in tow, I screen snapshotted the whole lot, and I got the entire chat, which was many texts from the time I met Ben, and all of the detail about the covert agents and how they weaponized the AI to get the cameras all ready, and there's no one who can touch me now, and I see the agents follow me all around, and the whole process, and how he signed a non-disclosure agreement, how the profound absurd epicness of this whole story is really I don't know. It's really it's an existential crisis, but still the same thing remains. I think that God has a lot to do with this, and I think that I'm very close to God, and I also think that you know, the voices of the V2K, they're accusationary, they're malicious, they aim to degrade your soul all the time, constantly, and I just cop it 24 hours a day. And that's how I know these voices are the constructs of men, and mortal men are that, because men are judgmental and less than perfect and mortal and fallible, prone to bribery and all the rest of it. So my allegiance is not with the government or any of you. But I love all of you and understand you, and I think I do understand you in a way, because I've seen the darkness in all of you. But that's just oh, here is a cop. Is it? Oh, that's not. No, that's not. And you know, my allegiance is with God, and I think I've got a very close relationship with God, and I think that cosmically, this absurd reality of mine has been constructed and manipulated in this realm in order to demonstrate to me my purpose. And the purpose is, I need to let you know what's happening. I'm a truth speaker and seeker. I preach love. I preach forgiveness. There is no human being on the planet that is not beyond redemption. There is not. That's what I believe. I believe God is a supremely and you just awesome power of forgiveness and
Oh, he's just got. He's talking to him. I'll tell you what, the shag.
Mr. Cock anyway. Um, a supreme compassion and forgiveness, and you know, there's no force like it. It's just so incredibly amazing. It'd just curl your hair if you even knew. Most people are just lemmings. They're just going through life and they're just all plugged into the reality of the government as a structure, you know. But I don't have an allegiance to that. I have a unique perspective on life because everyone's plugged into the reality that's opposed to me, which makes me pretty unique. And with that, I'm going to take Crystal. We're going to go into the park, and I'm going to say, who's a spy? Who's here to suck cock? And who's walking their dog? And who's just enjoying the park? And all the poofters that put their hand up and come into the bushes with me, they're in trouble. Oh, by the way, all the police come and arrest me. Pedophilia, rape, extortion, terrorism. I invite you to. I love all of you because I understand you. And I understand me, and I know what I'm doing. This is good. It's only getting good. And I just want to say, despite my life being at existential risk as an excommunicated asylum seeker seeking protection from his whole life, which is literally a political reprisal for being unprotected under the PID Act, which is a breach of the country's constitution anyway, I am now at imminent risk because my very existence is a threat to those who orchestrated my assassination and their co-conspirators, which includes all police officers. So there you go. Can you just point out all the child victims for me and all the rape victims? That'd be really good. And can you stop the V2K? I know it won't. I'm just going to have to cope. You can do it. It's it's not really hurting me. It does piss me off, but ultimately, God doesn't deal to you something that you're not able to cope with, and I believe that. And I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, of all the freedom fighters and the scapegoats and the avant-garde and the whistleblowers and the truth speakers and seekers and these people that made all the world a better place for all of us over history. And we're standing on the shoulders of giants, and we must remember them, and all my friends do who didn't make it. So I'm going to sign off. Have a lovely day. It's gorgeous. It's God-given. Bye.